tape, Johnny Eduardo, 33 years old, 4 years the elder of Rafael Assunção, 2 inches taller. He will have about a 4-inch reach advantage. Here is Bruce Buffer.
After the action begins, our referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard will be our referee. 3-round fight here in Rio between Rafael Assunção and Johnny Eduardo. 25 wins in his MMA career. Eduardo making his UFC debut. Eduardo in the white trunks, Assunção in the gray trunks with the quick kick.
Assunção really brings a very aggressive style, likes to throw big combinations with his hands, possesses a heavy leg kick. But you got to think that Johnny Eduardo, with his Muay Thai skills, is going to be looking to keep this fight on the feet here. Probably the faster man out there, but Assunção definitely possesses a lot of experience here.
Eduardo talking about Assunção being a very tough athlete, very well credentialed, who fights with the desire to win, pretty much as you just described the veteran, fighting for the 20th time in his professional career. Lead right for Assunção.
Yeah, Assunção's, he's been in the bigger fights. It's going against a guy, Eduardo, who has more fights than him, but again, anytime you're making your UFC debut, it's interesting how a fighter's gonna react, but tell you what, Eduardo landed a big right hand on Assunção.
That was after the inside leg kick that caught very high on the left thigh of Johnny Eduardo. Looking for the combination 1-2 against Assunção, changing levels. Assunção trying to stay very busy here early.
Assunção has to be careful with that lead left hand. He's dropping it. He got caught with a big right hand earlier. And as soon as he's done with his combinations, he's dropping that left hand. He either needs to get out or keep that left hand high, because Eduardo's going to be looking to return immediately after he's done with his combination. So because of that speed factor, Assunção really has to make sure he keeps those hands up.
Counter uppercut right up the middle, just missed by Eduardo.
And that's what it looks like he's trying to do. He looks like he's trying to counter Assunção. As soon as he's done with his combination, he's either trying to slip those shots, or as soon as he's done with his combo, he's coming right back at him hard.
Trying to complete the takedown. Rafael Assunção trying to finish this single.
Drives him up against the fence, has him in a single, and then what that does, anytime you put your opponent up against the fence, it takes away his sprawl position, but it also stops your motion. So now it's going to be up to the chain wrestling skills of Assunção for him to switch, and he did. Beautiful, got his head to the outside, hit a very nice high crotch single. Nice short elbow.
Purple belt is Eduardo in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Black belt, Assunção. 8 of his 15 wins by submission. Trying to go body head. Rafael Assunção in the top position.
Assunção's doing a good job of mixing it up, landing some good ground and pound now. Did what he had to do to get to that clinch position and work his ground game. Eduardo is very good at scrambling, though, on the ground. He's got to be careful. As soon as those legs open up, Assunção has to be ready to make sure he's controlling his opponent, possibly getting to a half guard, but you can't be too greedy against these guys from Novo União. They're great at scrambling, get back to their feet.
Couple nice elbows by Assunção. He's pushing down on the head, Kenny, getting that weight and momentum, and then bringing the elbow behind it. And they'll stand him up. So Eduardo controls enough on the ground to get the stand-up from Mark Goddard.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with the stand-up, but referee makes decisions. I don't. They're back on their feet here, and big advantage for Eduardo.
Big spin and a miss with 45 seconds on the clock here in the first round. Eduardo in the white trunks, Assunção the gray trunks, changes his stance, but just for a moment.
Sun Tzu kind of throwing out that jab out there a little bit. He's gonna have to step with it, really kind of get the respect of Eduardo. He can't just throw it out casually. Eduardo will come off of that and throw his combination with a big kick. He's very, very fast.
Three-time Brazilian Muay Thai champion Eduardo. Spins again. Final seconds of the round.
Nice right hand from Sun Tzu there.
Só não pode tomar essa quedinha, só isso.
Just can't be taken down.
Só não quero tomar essa quedinha.
I don't want you being taken down. Everything else is good. Water.
Joana, deixa eu te falar uma coisa. Se tu fingir, vai bater na se cruzar com a mão esquerda, mesmo quando fez tudo.
Pretend you're going to hit him low and hit him high.
Tem que começar a botar ele para andar para trás.
Start making him go backwards.
Entende o que eu tô falando? Só isso.
You understand what I'm saying? That's it.
Ele tá jogando jab, ele tá jogando jab lento. Começa a meter teu direto no negócio. Agora só tá dando um golpe.
He's just thrown one punch.
Here's the big right hand from Eduardo. Definitely hurt Sun Tzu. But Sun Tzu was able to get him down and work some ground and pound. Another nice combination from Sun Tzu as he ended that round very well.
Sun Tzu joining the Nogueiras, the Millers, Hughes, Serra, Lozon, Diaz, and Shamrock as the only brother tandems to fight in the UFC. Lead left hook by Rafael Assunção. Brother junior, professor of Capoeira, fought 3 times in the octagon. This is the second fight in the octagon for Rafael. The clinch. Eduardo trying to end up on top here.
Good hips from Eduardo, and now look at his sweep. Look at his sweep from Sun Tzu. Beautiful work. That's some great jiu-jitsu right there. Great transition. Went to his back, but made sure that Eduardo did not take advantage of that position. Got right back to his feet. Almost swept him, reversed Eduardo. But here he finds himself up against the cage, working another takedown against Johnny Eduardo. And against a guy who's so fast and such a good striker, this is where you think Sun Tzu really wants to be in this fight, either up against the fence or on top on the ground.
Let's work from there, guys. Progress that fight.
Sun Tzu with lots of international experience. Not a real technical striker, Kenny, but he hits hard.
He does. He's very effective with it and uses it to get to a clinch, get his takedowns going. Nice knee there in the clinch. Just kind of roughing up Johnny Eduardo. And like I said before, you said it about the experience, Sun Tzu's been in the big fights, and that is a huge difference. Although Johnny Eduardo has more fights, the big show is the big show. This is the Super Bowl MMA here.
5 times in the WEC, second time in the octagon for Sun Tzu. Johnny Eduardo riding an 11-fight win streak into his UFC debut. Nice leg kick.
Okay, now this is not good news for Sun Tzu because Johnny Eduardo has found his range on those leg kicks. And we've seen what happens with the guys like Jose Aldo or Diego Nunez. And they find the range and they get their leg kicks going. It really will slow a fighter down tremendously. Hard to fight on one leg, Mike.
Yep, and that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to focus on that lead leg of Sun Tzu, which will greatly inhibit his opportunity to shoot. Stuffed nicely by Eduardo. Midway point of the fight.
Really like the way Eduardo moves. Very, very fluid striker, very fast. But Sun Tzu's doing a good job of not really letting him get his rhythm too much, you know? He's blitzing him with some punches. He comes in, he clinches him up. Doing a good job of trying to outmuscle him and possibly get him tired as they go into the later rounds. Trying to get behind him here.
Good takedown defense by Eduardo. Talking about his UFC debut, it's a dream come true that I've been waiting for. I persisted in my fighting career, and now it pays off as I prepare to fight in the biggest event in the world. Eduardo, 33 years old.
Eduardo really showing some strong hips there as he got out of that clinch position.
Right hand connects for Sun Sao. But Sun Sao has had some success with that overhand right.
He's landing it very well. He has to make sure he gets that left arm up high to make sure he doesn't get countered with the right hand. Eduardo does throw it very, very well right down the pipe there. There's that right hand again, Mike.
Nice kick. 1 minute remains here in the second round, knee to the midsection.
Very nice knee from Eduardo. Sun Sao looking to get behind, and he does. Can he take advantage of this position? Eduardo trying to base up on all fours, try to take away the leverage of the Sun Sao. He's got a nice hold here.
Really working hard for this back control. He's got it. Can he keep it?
Very slippery here, Mike. He's got to make sure he really stays shoulder to shoulder with Eduardo, and he's looking to stretch him out here with his legs and possibly finish a choke. He does not have it under the chin, but he does have both hooks in very good position here. And Eduardo was doing great on the feet, but Sun Sao really now secured a great position to influence the judges, possibly his way, because this is a very, very strong position for him.
Great way to end the second round for Rafael Sun Sao.
Good job. You got to believe in your takedown. You won the first and the second. Now you got to continue with the same strategy. Believe in your takedowns. Grab onto that center and believe in it. Take him down. Breathe. You're winning. Perfect. Don't kick anymore. Don't go straight in.
Here's the speed of Johnny Eduardo. Beautiful spinning back kick. And Sun Sao finished the round very, very strong. Did a great duck under from the double underhook to take Johnny Eduardo's back from the feet, secured him on the ground, got both hooks in. Good position on Eduardo.
Third and final round. Sun Sao in the gray trunks, white trunks for Johnny Eduardo. Eduardo trying to push the pace early here, Joe.
Yeah, you can see the desperation on Johnny Eduardo here, really getting aggressive, throwing that big 1-2, really pressuring him now. Before he was looking to counter, now he's really going forward to Sun Sao. He knows he needs to come back and win this third round.
Sorry, Kenny, I just called you Joe, and I have a feeling it won't be the last time.
I know, I just went with it.
I know you didn't. I appreciate that. Thank you. Kenny Florian with me tonight here in Brazil. One of Jose's teammates, Johnny Eduardo, making his UFC debut here in Rio de Janeiro.
Sun Sao's really looking to loosen up, or he has been loosening up on that strikes, and he looks faster because of it. He looked a little tight in those early rounds. He's loosening up, landed a nice 1-2 leg kick, and another nice jab on Johnny Eduardo.
He feels the need to fight desperate here with 3:45 on the clock.
Yeah, you know, I definitely have a Sun Sao winning those first 2 rounds. Johnny Eduardo's gonna have to stop him, submit him somehow in this third round, in my opinion, to get the win.
3.5 remains in this fight. Brazilian against Brazilian.
You can see he's much faster now. He's really loosening up. You can see that jab really pop out. Nice, very nice jab. Going backwards here, he can't go straight back. He's got to turn. Eduardo's going to be looking to come with a big knee like he did there, or a big right hand.
Switches his stance for a moment. 3 minutes remain. But Sun Sao very composed tonight against Eduardo. Fighting a very smart fight, staying within his game plan. Eduardo trying to urge him to push the pace and get sloppy.
Shoots in for a high crotch and finishes it.
Sun Sal doing a great job.
Johnny Eduardo looking for a leg lock here. Both of these guys actually are trying to look for a leg lock, and when you go belly down, it is very dangerous. Sun Sal's out of his leg lock. Is he gonna try to finish on Eduardo? Johnny Eduardo trying to look for a 50-50 guard, it looks like. Sun Sal's making him pay with some punches, trying to free that leg out of there, because that is a tough guard to deal with.
Hey, hand out the fence, no more. Hand out the fence, one more, take a point. Last time.
What Eduardo really should be doing is trying to sneak those legs behind the leg of a Sun Sal to try to sweep or reverse him. Sun Sal knows this, and he's doing a good job of controlling that ankle there with his right hand. And he's making him pay with left hands. Really keeping his composure as a Sun Sal, just fighting a very, very smart fight all night.
Stop right there, stop right there, stop. Come on, let's go.
1 minute, 15 seconds remain.
Not a lot of time here for Johnny Eduardo. Look for that big right hand. It's in this final minute that a Sun Sal really needs to be careful here. He's winning this fight.
He's done a lot of good work, especially that second round with the late takedown and ability to get the back of Eduardo in what, as you said, was a pretty strong second round up to that point for the veteran from Rio.
Absolutely. You know, I think he really got Johnny Eduardo's respect with the big right hand, and those takedowns really kept Eduardo off balance and kind of froze him up there.
But Sun Sal hit the canvas for a second, but then said no big deal. Right back up to his feet. 15 seconds on the clock. But Sun Sal in his second UFC fight, looking for his first octagon victory. This the debut for Eduardo. Final seconds ticking away. Fight goes the distance. Judges will render their decision.
Sun Sal hit a very nice high crotch, but it was Johnny Eduardo who really switched very nicely into that leg lock and definitely put some pressure on the ankle of Sun Sal. Those slippery legs, he came out of it and landed a big right hand late in that third round. But it was just as Sun Sal was going in with a flying knee. It was more of him being off balance, but scored very well with it.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Rafael Assunção.
First career UFC win for Rafael Assunção. And he will visit with Kenny Florian.
Rafael, congratulations. How does it feel? You switched up your training camp a little bit. Tell us a little bit about that and how it felt to come back to Brazil and get a win here.
Man, first of all, I want to thank God for strengthening me every day. You know, I'm just learning. I haven't read books in a while, in the Bible, like the book that I'm trying to learn. Mas aí, galera, pô, valeu, meu irmão. Eu sou de Recife. Pô, um prazer lutar no Rio aqui. O Johnny Eduardo é carioca, pô, um casca grossa, um veterano. Pô, é um prazer. Everybody in the USA, man, thank you very much. All my family, all my training partners, guys at the Armory, my brother, you know, Manu. Thank you guys. Valeu, galera, pô.
Eu queria agradecer a todo mundo. Eu quero dizer também que eu sou daqui do Brasil, sou de Recife. Para mim foi muito bom voltar. Gostaria de agradecer minha família, minha equipe pelo treinamento e agradecer por estar aqui.
You know, you're back on track here. You know, you had a tough fight in your last fight. What are you looking to do next? What's next for Rafael Assunção?
Well, I mean, I'm just coming off my weight cut to 135. And I feel great at 35, man. I'm going for the contendership. And thanks all my fans. Aí, galera. Pô, brigadão. Mó prazer. Não vou chorar não, hein. Mó prazer aí. Eu desci de categoria. Pô, tô trabalhando duro. Deus em primeiro lugar. Família. Fique com Deus. Obrigado.
I think he did it all in both Portuguese and English, but he lastly.
Congratulations, Rafael. Good job.